UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, well, maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. That's tiny. Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I gotta believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
Well, this would be a great power putt if he can make this. That's a good punt to make, that one. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. Let's see what happens here at the third hole. Well played, mate. Kenny, what have they got in front of them here?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Oh, this would be handy if he could bounce right. Playing within their comfort zone there. Well, let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Well, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. No, that's too bad.
Downhill putt, and certainly was robbed on that effort.
And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This fourth is a short one, but the guy.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach works closely on the right-hand side.
Handy effort that way. And now over to Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Ooh, you like me have thought that had a chance? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
This is on a great line.
Ouch, that hurts. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The fifth hole, Rich, the first of the par threes. Much to it.
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
This would be a great up and down. Didn't that look good for a long time? 7 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for a par.
There it is. Now the current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The sixth hole here, Richard Pebble Beach, is a tale of two halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
It was going to take a mighty wallop to get there, but in a good position.
And this putt to move into a tie for first place. Not sure how that putt came up shy.
Downhill putt there. Luke just misjudged the pace there. Didn't want to be too bold with it.
Playing their fifth shot. Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
And look out, guys, this rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. That should find the fairway. From around 180 yards out. He shares the lead. Opting for the 6 iron. It's a decent fairway to hit this one. Not sure if he'll find it though. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there. Ooh, that almost went down. Putting for par.
What a putt, started this perfectly.
Ooh. And this one will be for bogey. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4, starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
Golf became a power game, and there's two players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching this steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Rick, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week.
That's some good golf right there. Chosen the pitching range here. Not a bad play, that one. And this putt to move into the top 5. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hold.
It was a slippery putt coming up down the hill, so not too surprised to see this one coming up short.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Currently at +3 for the event.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Time for the second shot at the 11. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Looked good for a while, but unable to drop just inches away. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Yeah, that's lovely weight. Getting it right up by the hole. Excellent job. It's currently tied for 10th. First of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one, not gonna lie, it's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Well, that's a bit disappointing. No, it's just about 3 feet away. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's got about 140, I'd say.
Well struck. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Has to put this one downhill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. And with that effort, now 3 over for the tournament. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
That's going to end up in the fairway. We will take that. 6-mile-an-hour wind. This is going to carry this time. Wet and approach shot.
Atta boy, good shot. And here we are with the third shot. 3 strokes off the lead.
Again, we just got to send it. 87%. I mean, that's a good one. Not our best swing. It's not our best swing there. Left to right to start. Not much. Heavy right to left, but then it slows down. It's still right to left all the way.
Time now for the 4th shot. Just 3 strokes back.
Not enough on there, Jeff. Where you're going to put it? No. Too flat. That's all you need.
Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
This putt to try and save their par.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Just freaking smash that ball. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean. Reach the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
I want to get it on the green is the most important part. I don't want to try to finesse it in as close to the hole as possible and not make it. That's pretty dang good. I wish it would have been a little bit over to the right, but that's pretty dang good right there.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Second shot here on the 15th. Just needs this one to kick right. Yeah, a quality shot, that. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Was that a bit of a misstrike?
I think he gave that one too much respect. He didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
Trailing by a few shots after that. Reached the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does. Lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
They'll reach. I just keep watching this name moving north on the leaderboard. They're pulling out all the stops right now.
Tell you what, they're getting an awful lot out of their round. If the leaders aren't careful, this player could catch them.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Getting ready to play their third. 3 behind our leader.
But the roll was perfect. That's got to be a par 4, right?
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
He's in a share of 7th place.
I really need to find that one.
Let's head to 7, one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf. Rich.
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of two greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your 3, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
This is what they have left for par.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Let's finish with a flurry. It'd be nice to make a move up the leaderboard. Sitting at 3 over par with a share of 7. Going with a 3-wood here. Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play. This putt is for a final score of 74. That'll sting a bit. And that will conclude his tournament to date. Well, that's a shame, Rich. We had high hopes for this player, but ultimately, coming up short, it's going to hurt.
No, they just couldn't quite get their game going. in the final round. Unfortunately, comes up a little bit short, but what can I say? Another solid performance.
On behalf of Rich Bean and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Bean in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henning Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right, so a good accurate approach required.
Well, that'll work, that's fine.
From around 140 yards here. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green, and a chance to hold your putt. Putting for birdie. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently in third place.
Let's get back to it, shall we? What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
It's disappointing. It failed to reach the cup.
Wanted to get it up to the hole, but was just unable to up that slope.
So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall.
Moving up the leaderboard, I like it.
Rich, I know it feels like we say this each week, but I just love being here in Phoenix. If there is one event on the tour that just seems to elevate itself beyond all the others because of all the people that come here to enjoy it, it's this one.
It is certainly a different event than all the others. Now, there's other tournaments that are trying to replicate what they do here in Phoenix, but none of them are successful with it. When you have as many as 650,000 people coming through the gates during the week, you know you're in for a different, unique opportunity here on the PGA Tour. And to play in front of all those folks, even though you know most of them aren't really watching you play golf, they're kind of looking around the crowds and being entertained by everybody else. Still, to have all those people just seemingly right on top of you, it gets to be a little nerve-wracking for some of these players. These little members bounce to the right.
Not a bad approach. Will be punted. Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale, a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. Anthony, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 155.
Make it a little ground draw here. Let yourself an opportunity. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Chance to get 1 under the card with this putt.
Surely it's going.
Just didn't drop. Putting for a par now. Yeah, we'll take that. Just 1 off the lead after that hole. The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. Again, it's more position off the 2 that's required here with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, and safe strategy lays back before them. Yeah, that one's looking good. This is one of those great ball striking displays. Fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
That's inside the range. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. And after that, that was a safe play.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
Chance now from the bunker to an up and down. Yes!
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. That was a gallant attempt. And that should secure the par on this one. Currently 1 under for the day. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. It's heading into the rough, I think. That's the right option. Put it back in play. He has this putt to save his par. Okay, steady now. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And unfortunately dropping back to level with the car. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4 measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. The 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for birdie. And Penny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Yeah, that looked pretty good the whole way.
It kind of flattens out.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Something like
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
I don't want to go too far past it. I think.
Oh, he's up, Tiger. First part of about 6 feet coming up. Oh, so close. Putting now for a bogey. This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Nice, so far so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of their games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament. Pretty good shot there.
Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out one early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would like, but he is there each and every week. I gotta say, this kid he's a world beater. He's gonna be phenomenal.
Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Trying to get to even par with this putt. One whip picks too many, I think. Well, these are good putts to make. Good for momentum. Right on 7 feet. Nicely holed. And for par. He's currently sitting in 8th place. The 12th for TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed.
Nicely done.
Well, Rich, you think you can make this one?
Look, I gotta say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And this putt coming up for his par. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right, or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green, or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage for around 100, 125 yards. A chance for birdie here to really ignite your charge. Found the green side rough.
Shoot that thing right down the middle. We'll take that all day long. Good looking transition, bit of a push. Always a little bit close, but not going to be upset with that one right there. And I'm telling you, last episode we started stepping it up on the back nine. This episode we're going to step it up before then, okay? Little 3 when we get a long par 5 like this. Pretty good looking shot there. Bit of an underswing, but that's okay. At least some of that finds the fairway. It looked like there was some ground that cut
this putt to move into a share of second place. It was on a good line.
Wee bit.
And this one is for his par. Currently at +1 for the tournament. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, time to return to the action. And here we are with the third shot. Just 2 shots behind. Let's see if we can make this. Get the par on the card.
Yep, tracking nicely.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from that tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20 yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make the birdie. Getting ready to play their third. Just a couple back from our leader. You like that, didn't you? And this putt is to move into the top 5. Ooh, nice line. And with that putt, now even par with the final few holes to go.
Really going to have to dig deep here if they want to win this title.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
He's in a share of third place.
Tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Birdies are good. Harness them. Lock the bogeys. They're bad. Not a bad approach, that one up onto the green. Should kick the putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. Line up the birdie putt here. Oh, what a shame it didn't drop. But that looked good the whole way. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the current standings. The penultimate hole at TPC Scottsdale's an absolute beauty. Do you go for it or lay up? A drive here that's just slightly pulled will find the hazard to the left. And if you're short right, a chance to get up and down for your birdie and really push for the tight. Good shot there, Beamer. Even for the day. Currently tied for third. And this putt to move into second place.
With 1 hole to go, important putt indeed.
Ooh, right by the hole. And this putt to move into a tie for second.
With only 1 hole left, a must make.
And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place, behind Tiger Woods.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The approach into the final green at TPC Scottsdale is usually with a little bit of relief, Rich, because the water's behind you.
Luke, the second shot at the 18th is fairly straightforward, but how confident are you feeling with 50,000 sets of eyes focused on you?
And Eddie, what are they looking at here?
setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup.
I do want to start trying to get a bit more.
Ouch, that hurts. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And that signs off on today's round. And Henny, in the end, there's no win for this player in the event, but they did set a goal and accomplish it by performing better than the great Xander Schauffele. That's a stunning result.
Absolutely stunning. Yes, Luke, this player now seems a bit prophetic. They challenged Xander Schauffele leading up to this event and beat him. These smaller successes are definitely going to build up to something spectacular, and I think it's just a matter of time at this point. We're looking at greatness here.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
Two birdies, two bogeys, no double bogeys, no eagles, no apple cross. I've got 2 birdies. Hey, you got 4 bogeys, 2 double bogeys.
That's unfortunate. We've been saying a couple times. And we don't. What do you mean? We're 3 back and we've got what, 9 holes to play. We're looking good. This is the best we've played so far. I'm just gonna keep playing my game. We're gonna be okay. God, that one hurts. We're gonna go backspin. Approach shot, hit the fence. Gonna pretty much aim it at the hole on the left. Too far, but it's gonna affect too much. Let's take the air. Downhill, it's gonna break a little bit more than you think, but it's not
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elby alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Clark. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years it seems. She's been playing forever, she doesn't lack an experience, she can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry, because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. How close was that to going down? This putt is about 15 feet to the hole.
This one to save par.
So we need to think about working on that. That's not bad right there.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Just a couple of inches away from finding that one. Sitting at 1 over for the day.
Left to right the entire way.
We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
6 feet remaining to the cup. And there it is. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Some action playing a woman.
Oh my. Will she be able to get out of here?
She'll probably be better off if she just throws this out. I mean, this is really just not nice at all.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4, elevated tee shot.
A fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Oh, Dr. Chipinski strikes again.
He's currently tied for 12.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 has to be won.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Looks like they just forgot to hit it, Rich.
It's downhill the entire way, and yet inexplicably it comes up short.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently in 4th place.
Well, that's going to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Here's Lexi Thompson.
I'm not upset. It's fine. A bogey there is okay.
Oh, I thought that one was going in.
P27, not bad. We're gonna be okay. This.
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par here.
Bit too heavy-handed there.